and he ain't nothing else. Tonight ain't the night, knowing the price. Pay it off with my life, till it's out with your lights. Do it all for the Christ, and he ain't playing nice. Knew the end from the start. Fix your face like it's art. The sons of a simp, call him Bart. Yeah, you did your best, played your part. But now it's time to cut you to the heart. Flex on occasion. It's the strangest of the salvation. You see it, believe it, amazing. Them chariots coming invasion since the creation. War, mine, Lord, bless the general. Greatest nation, eat them unequivocal. Bombs dropping, buddy, cause it's biblical. Start shit, now it's time to finish. Whoa. Said he won't vote, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
I can't wait for our kingdom to start and for there to be finished. Get rid of all of their idols and lying religions. Look for the crown like an Edris. Hey, this that crown talk. Wisdom of Solomon 5 talk. This that second Edris 6 and 9. We want eyes talk. It's your time to end and my time again. It's our time to win. Away with the sin. You know what it is. Rejoice with my kin. See that is why we repented. Golden streets, I can see myself in it. The city is bright, the kingdom of light. A wonderful sight past the angels, the inner light. I need 1,000 years of labor. Sit on my throne with my savior. Try to know wine, press alone. He bring pain like major. You think the nations is equal to us? T.K. Kirkland, who raised you? Flex on occasion, my God a racist. That's why we moving with patience. It's been a long time coming. I spent my whole life running. Now that I'm 10 toes down and established my faith on 100. Woe to the nations, my king will race them. You know they gotta be punished. Jeremiah 25. Yeah, you know they gon' fry. Whoa. Said he won't vote, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Check,
yes.
check.
Yes.
We back.
Place
Yeah. Shalom, shalom, family. Most high in Christ. Bless. All right. Hey, shalom, family. Most high in Christ. Bless. Yeah, hit the bomb. Hey, Lord's will. Y'all had a great Nicanor and Purim. We had a real good Purim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lovely play. You know, the kids came out, did a nice play. It was excellent. A lot of fun. You know what I mean? But we back. Yo, it's the Nehemiah squad. We're going to reintroduce ourselves. I'm Captain Zakat.
Hey, it's Officer Shem.
Officer Judah. Officer Jadiel.
Oh, yeah, that's Officer Jadiel. We already told y'all about him. He show up whenever the hell he want. All praises, all praises. So, hey, let's throw that thumbnail up there. We're going to get into it tonight, y'all. It's some filth. All right, the name of this one is called Wickedness in High Places, the Epstein Files Exposed, right? So we're just going to talk about the Epstein Files tonight, all right? No guest tonight, y'all. No guest tonight, but y'all want to watch this show. Y'all going to hear some things you're not going to believe it, I'm telling you. Now we know why they ain't want to let these files go. You know what I mean? But all praises. We here, and we about to get into it, all right? So we about to start. Listen, we only got a couple of hours. We got so much stuff, I don't think we're going to get through like a quarter of it. It's so crazy. All right, so play that first one, number 21. We're going to get right to it.
Jeffrey Epstein, who writes like a child, who displays...
Hey. Bring that back. Make sure everybody... All right, there you go.
Jeffrey Epstein, who writes like a child, who displays at no point signs of brilliance.
And yet so well connected.
He knew everything.
Hit pause for a second. So what Tucker Carlson is saying here is that Jeffrey Epstein is not really that bright. He said he never showed too much brilliance to how he got to. The guy is smart, but he's devilish smart. You know what I'm saying? We're going to find out, but that's a good point that he made, and we're going to find out how he got that rise to the top. Go ahead, hit play.
He's shorting the global financial crisis. He's discussing the fall of Gaddafi in Libya before it happens and trying to figure out how to
Hit pause. So the man was having conversations about Muammar Gaddafi getting killed before it actually happened. Right? Meaning what? He had inside information, right? Go Go ahead, hit play.
Totally plugged in.
Like at a level that, as someone who just like covers government, I feel like I know plugged in people. Never met anyone that plugged in.
Yeah.
So what is this? He represents no government. He clearly works for Mossad. Clearly works for CIA, is in contact with both, clearly British intelligence. So he's not working for Israel, he's not working for the United States, he's not working for the UK exclusively, he's not working for anybody, really. He's kind of this independent power broker working with a series of other independent power brokers together who form some kind of supra-government above all representative government in the West. So like, what is that?
Yeah.
Right. So they said that y'all can drop that. I think that's the end of it, right? Right. So they said that he was representing like a super government, right? But they know exactly what it is. If y'all ever heard of the Trilateral Commission, right? See if y'all could bring that up real quick, y'all. Trilateral Commission, right? So what was going on is that you had Jeffrey Epstein, who was born in New York, and I think I'll probably play a little bit of it, right? But he was down with, if y'all ever heard of the Rockefeller family, right? You have a guy named David Rockefeller. He met him and then got close to him, and then David Rockefeller basically made him part of the Trilateral Commission. Let's read that real quick.
The Trilateral Commission is a non-governmental international organization aimed at fostering closer cooperation between Japan, Western Europe, and North America. It was founded in July 1973, principally by the American banker and philanthropist David Rockefeller, an internationalist who sought to address the challenges posed by the growing economic and political interdependence between the U.S. and its allies in North America, Western Europe, and Japan. The leadership of the organization has since focused on returning to our roots as a group of countries sharing common values and a commitment to the rule of law, open economies and societies, and democratic principles.
Right. So the reason they brought on Jeffrey Epstein was to be a financial kind of consultant, because apparently he was supposed to be some kind of a trader. When I say trader, meaning what? Like a stockbroker, right? And he worked for Bear Stearns, right? But when they really looked into the guy, he has no trades. He didn't actually really work there like that. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into it, y'all. We're going to get into it. But that's what he was supposedly brought on for. And we're going to show parts of his interview where he gets in and talks about the money. The guy knows what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? He was trained, but he's also a spy, and he's a demon, like at the end of the day, right? So, yo, play video number 9. So now what we're going to show you in video number 9, right? Now, y'all know the files, the Epstein files supposed to have been out, right? But they were holding them. Remember, Donald Trump said there is no files, right? Then the files got made available, but they had redactions in them. Then they got rid of the redactions. So now what you're about to see is the Congress getting at a woman named Pam Bondi, who's the head of the DOJ, Department of Justice. She's supposed to be the one that's prosecuting all the people that was down with Epstein, because he's already dead. But all his other peoples, they supposed to be coming at him, but they not. So they grilling her, right? Go ahead, hit play.
I'm going to show you 2 photos of former Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. Under the law Congress passed, you were allowed to redact photos to protect the victims of Epstein's sex trafficking operation. You redacted the photos of this victim's face because you were following the congressional law. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, that we redacted the victim's
Because you were
face?
following the congressional law, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You have now established that please put the photos back up, that we are looking at a sex trafficking victim. Under the Federal Victims Trafficking Protection Act, not only is Jeffrey Epstein guilty, but anyone who patronizes Epstein's sex operation is also guilty of a crime. That's why I find it absolutely despicable that you sought to protect Epstein's clients, like former Prince Andrew. Last July, you closed the case on Epstein's abusers.
Hit pause. Right, so he's letting it. So what he did, he set her up. He said, "Is this redacted picture? Is this a victim?" She said, "Yes." He said, "Okay, then that means you're supposed to prosecute the individual who's doing the do." but she closed the case, so he putting pressure on her to get her answer. Yeah, this woman got destroyed. She got like an hour and a half of a beating. Right now, we just showing you a couple of minutes, and we gonna, well, go ahead, hit play.
The July 2025 memo from your Department of Justice stated, quote, "We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties." These two photos, please put the photos back up.
Wait a minute, hold on, pause. Is the IT team from here with him? Because he got to keep telling them to put the stuff back up. I want to. They working in D.C.
Oh man,
that's why y'all tired. Y'all be going to D.C. and back to SAC.
It's the IT team rolling with them.
This poor guy, man. Hey, we know what you're dealing with. All right, go ahead, hit play.
Those staring you in the face are evidence of a crime and more than enough evidence to predicate an investigation against former Prince Andrew. So I ask you, Attorney General Pam Bondi, why did you shut down this investigation last July, and why have you not prosecuted former Prince Andrew?
I don't believe you asked Merrick Garland these questions when he was Attorney General and set before.
I agree with you.
You twice.
I've been claiming my time.
Never
I agree with
mentioned
you. I agree with you. During the Biden administration, I called for people looking at Epstein files. Merrick Garland dropped the ball, as did Attorney General Bill Barr, as did Alex Acosta.
Hit pause. They just brought up a guy named Bill Barr. All right, we're going to deal with him later. This is crazy. Now that, oh, man. All right, we're going to deal with it later. All right, let me just give you a little insight on Bill Barr real quick, who he just mentioned, who was the head of the DOJ, the Department of Justice. Bill Barr, back in the days, right, was the head over the Iran-Contra situation. Now, if y'all know anything about that, that's when they was if y'all seen Narcos, that might help y'all to know what's going on, because some of y'all might not be old enough to know about this. But they was selling coke. That's how they was bringing all the cocaine into America. That's how crack got here. All right, they literally bought crack. For those of y'all who don't know, we didn't create crack. All right, that didn't happen in the hood. That wasn't people told me, oh yeah, I'm the chef, I'm the cook, I know how to get cooked. No, that didn't happen. They brought crack in. They brought the coke in during that time. This man here, Bill Barr, right, that's when George Bush, the father, right, yep, he was over the CIA. This guy was under him running the whole Iran-Contra scandal, selling coke for guns to keep their war going, all right? So then he became head over the Department of Justice and did nothing. Of course, why would he, right? His father, bring up his dad as well. Bring up his dad, because his dad is a top flight demon. You dealing with what people know as the Illuminati, what people would call the Illuminati. That's what you're looking at, the Trilateral Commission and all of that. That's what people call the Illuminati. Right. These are the people who run things from the background and things of that nature. Hey, y'all found his father? Bring him up real quick. Right, Donald Barr. Right, so Donald Barr, right, this guy here is who hired Jeffrey Epstein, right? So this man here, he was running an all-girls school, right, which is that Hackley School in Terrytown, right? Then he brought on Jeffrey Epstein and then later hired him at the Dalton School, where he taught for like 10 years before he started getting the Trilateral Commission and all that. I just want to give y'all a background, because when you hear these names, it's not just some regular names. These some top-flight individuals who's involved in much madness, but we'll get into that a little bit later. All right, go back to the video.
String of failures, but you are in charge. You have the power to change things, to hold these men accountable, and you're doing the opposite. You're protecting them. So I want to move on to another man.
Can I answer
Donald
that,
Trump.
though?
I want to move on to another
Can I
question.
answer your question about protecting?
You answered the question.
You're saying no. I love this.
I want to discuss another man, Donald Trump, who is all over the Epstein files.
Damn.
Like former Prince. Here's the video.
Hit pause. Yo, so that's the young Donald right there. Hey, bring that back. What happened? That's the young Donald right there, right? And he's with Jeffrey Epstein, and they in a little look like a house party, right? Jeffrey Epstein is dressed down. Donald Trump and everybody else is suited up, right? Go ahead, hit play.
like
He was talking that filth.
former
Yeah,
President
yeah. Hit pause.
That was too
You-
nasty for Jeffrey.
He was talking that filth, man.
You know he was talking crazy. Yo, you see that one right there? Man, if she just let me get to that, man, it's gonna be a you think they singing now? Jeffrey Epstein had to say, yo, you crazy. Go ahead, play.
Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous. And that they are trying to
Damn.
deflect
Dang.
from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files
I'm going to claim my time.
be
I got your
released.
answer. You said there's no
President
evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman,
that
please
they
stop the
not
clock.
sign
Stop the clock.
the legislation.
Time.
This is
Time.
this is
like to reclaim
ridiculous.
my time.
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is on videotape. You said there's
Yeah,
no
all
evidence
the
of
crime.
crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one,
Hit
no
pause.
one.
Hit pause. So what they're saying is there was a young woman who or girl, right, underage girl, who complained to this driver that she was raped by Donald Trump or raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. And then later on they found her dead, right? And they said she committed suicide, but some other medical examiner said that could not be the case. That's what they're talking about now, right? But just to let y'all know, they have looked through all of the files. They don't really see Donald Trump being involved in anything. Matter of fact, him and Jeffrey Epstein had some beef at some point, and they just weren't friends for a long, long, long time. That's so they're talking about at that particular point in time, right? Go ahead.
At the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, so should the men who patronized his operation. And as we say here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes. I'm going to show you two photos of former Prince Andrew.
All right, that was it. Drop that. Drop that. So this is what we're looking at. So now, this is what we talk about, the wickedness in high places, man. Let's get that scripture, right? Y'all gonna see it's gonna get real crazy. Right now, we just starting to bring it out very smoothly. We introducing you. We introducing you to this nut job and the rest of his people. I'm telling you, y'all don't. For those of y'all who, because the average person not gonna sit around and look at all this Jeffrey Epstein stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm kind of nerdy. So I was looking at the interviews. I was looking at a lot of this stuff. This is sick. I'm telling you, it's real sick. Go ahead, y'all.
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12.
Bring it
For
out.
we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right. Right. That's it. Them high places. These people, you looking at Jeffrey Epstein right there, right? He was looking with that little shirt on. He don't look too sharp, but this man was basically running the world. You're going to see later. He was basically running the world, almost to a degree. But he's with all the top dogs, and they talking about stuff. We're going to show y'all a bunch of stuff tonight. It's crazy. I'm telling you. Go ahead. Y'all can jump in if y'all got something. Y'all can say something.
It just seemed like he was really well connected.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was.
He didn't have much talent per se,
Right.
but he knew the right people and knew how to get where he,
Yep.
crazy.
100%.
He had the talent. He had the talent to get what they wanted. They wanted young kids.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they like.
100%. It's funny you say that because when we show these next video we about to put up, somebody asked, but why him? He said, because he's a pedophile.
Yeah.
That was the answer. Because he's a pedophile, not because of anything else, right? So listen, let's pull up. Hold on, let me, because we about to get into it. I want to warm it up. Now we gotta get to it. Because some people might say, but what he really got to do with us, right? Like us personally as Israel. Y'all getting ready to find out, and you're not gonna like it.
Not at all.
Yeah. Give me video number 1. Give me video number 1. Oh, hold on. I got something. Y'all got that? All right, go ahead. Oh, go to 20 minutes, y'all. Go to 20 minutes. All right. So what we about to watch right now, y'all know Fresh Fit, them guys. So they got Alex Jones on there, right? Alex Jones, you know, he all over the situation, right? So watch this. At 20 minutes, let me see. Yeah, start at 20, a little bit before 20, right? So we're coming in based upon what we just watched, that woman, Pam Bondi. He's going to start to talk about her, and then he's going to get into some of the next few minutes, all right? Go ahead.
Oh, how much they want to fucking get me.
Oh, yeah. All right, everybody. If y'all got the kids in the room, Alex Jones is feeling real good with these guys. He's doing a lot of cursing. He cursing like crazy. He real hyped up because the information he about to bring out, he just literally got it and called them up because he was in town and was like, listen, I'm going to come on. All right, so if y'all got them delicate ears, then cover them things. All right, go ahead.
I love the liberals. Oh, look, he's on the list. Yeah, motherfuckers. I'm on the enemy's list. I love it.
So
this is like I got the biggest fucking president tonight.
Hey, hit pause, y'all. Right? So you see this list of names? So a lot of people who they saying that's in the Epstein files a lot of the names are people who don't like Epstein. And so they put them in there to say, yo, these are the guys that are against them. So when they say, oh, yeah, this one is in the Epstein files, it don't mean that they really part of the shenanigans, right? So that's what he's bringing out. So there's a whole list of people, and they showed the list. Jay-Z was on it. Jay-Z is on the list, but it's not like there's no proof of him being with Jeffrey Epstein like that. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of names on the list. So, and the reason they did that, they said, was to confound the people, to make it look like all these people are rolling with him, but it ain't really like that. You know what I mean? But hit play.
Look, that name right there, the seventh name is the name of the dude that was cussing out the lady.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Ted Lieu. Yep. All praises. Yep.
Pam Bondi, obviously back and forth. What do you think about Pam Bondi in general?
That's what did it. That's a whole nother. That's the problem is each little thing I just said is like 30 minutes of detail. Because now I had all the pieces more than anybody. I'm not bragging. This is true. Now it all went like the final jigsaw puzzle went in. I'm like, about 4 hours, 5 hours ago, this hit. I was just in my hotel room going.
You think that hearing is what did it to her, right? Basically, like they went after her.
Well, here's who Pam Bondi is. She's a PR person. She's not bad. She's not involved. Yeah. We knew this when she got in. She likes Trump. He likes her. He thought he could trust her. They put her in. And then early on, Susie Wiles came in, and they said, listen, we know there's all these rich people. Ludwig told him, sir, I'm not involved with him, but it'll crash the stock market. This is old case. You can't prosecute him anyways. Plus, look, you're all in these files with
Ludwig, his neighbor.
And they loaded all these lies. But then Ludwig got caught lying.
Yeah.
He's at the aisle and everything else. And Trump said yesterday, he said, I didn't know Ludwig did that. He lied. So Trump, according to my sources who were in the meetings.
Listen to this, y'all.
Yesterday and this morning, called him and he said, listen.
Who called him this morning? Sorry.
He had meetings yesterday and today with his cabinet.
Oh, okay. You mean Trump had him this morning? Okay.
This is exclusive.
All right, hit pause.
No one knows this.
All right. So now Alex Jones is claiming that he has a source that was at the meeting with Donald Trump and his cabinet that morning, which was I think that was a Saturday. That was the Sabbath because they said it was Valentine's Day or something like that. That was the 14th, right? So that day, they had a meeting in the cabinet, so he's about to say some information that he got from a source, allegedly. Go ahead.
I've talked to multiple people, one that was in the room and other people that heard about it, and also people that were delivering my message, which I'm here in Florida delivering to the family. Like, listen, you're committing political suicide, self-inflicted wound. We know you're not in there. I had Mark Mitchell go 3 months ago to the White House, show him the numbers. This is what's killing him. We know he's not involved already. We know it was over the stock market because I was with people that were at the meeting a year ago, over a year ago, 13 months ago when he's president-elect. And they told him this. And I've said it probably 1,000 times on air. Folks, I don't agree with it. People said I'm covering up for it. I was just saying with their idea, their mindset. I'm not agreeing with that. It'll crash the stock market. You got hundreds of head bankers, heads of universities, heads of brokerage firms, the royalty, not
Bill
just
Gates as well.
Bill Gates. Oh, it just goes on and on. All of top Obama's people. It's all Democrats, 99%. But they came to Trump and they said, if you bring this out, it'll bring down the stock market. I probably said, let's not exaggerate, 500 times the last year and a half that expect this to happen because I was already told, don't expect this because this is what happened. And I said, you're making a mistake.
Pause, y'all. I just want to make sure y'all heard that. So the word on the street was if they bring out the Epstein files, that it was going to crash the stock market. Now, I don't know why that would happen, but that was what they put out there to keep them from putting the files out. You know what I mean? Go ahead, hit play.
In the back, they said, no.
And we're going to go to 24 minutes, y'all.
And I said, that's wrong. But notice Bondi 3 days ago, or Thursday, was in that congressional hearing. Yeah. And she goes, it'll crash the stock market and bring down the system, I tell you. And people got the clips of me saying that like 100 times. So, but finally Trump got, oh, my God, it's going to crash it anyways. I've been double-crossed. So this morning, he said, you're all fired. This is people in the meeting.
Wow.
He said, you're all fired. He said, I want, and by the way, behind the scenes, Trump used to cuss some. He also, you've seen when he's hoarse, he goes, I'm sorry, I'm screaming people. He said, listen, motherfuckers, I'm sick of being tied to this shit. I'm the one that dropped a dime on him 18 years ago. He goes, you're all fucking fired if it isn't fucking released. Do you fucking understand me? They released the whole list of anybody in his files. They released 3 million more files, and Trump said, I will fire every goddamn one of you. Because they came to him and said, sir, they say your wife's a hooker. All this stuff that was all recycled from 9-10 years ago, which I said it was, and it came out. They said his wife's a hooker. Worker for Epstein. That wasn't true. He had a modeling agency that she was at. She wasn't at that. So they were fucking with him and telling him, you don't want to do this. They tricked him, and now Trump went thermonuclear. He finally listened to us. He finally listened to Roger Stone and others, and this is historic. And I'm told, Congressman Tim Burchett and others have said, they have already been access to this, okay? And they said, if you think the Satanism and the cannibalism and the blood drinking is bad in what you saw before, they said what is in these new files is going to shake everybody. And they warned you, don't even look at it if you don't want to have nightmares.
All right, pause. Y'all heard that? Yeah. So now this is the point of what we're about to get into in a minute, all right? He's talking about cannibalism and all of this madness. This is
Blood
part
drinking.
of the files. Yes, blood drinking. All of this got part in this whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. It's not just a pedophile ring. It ain't just that. It's all the way straight up witchcraft. All right, y'all gonna when I say laugh, y'all, it's gonna be something in here that's gonna make all of us chuckle in a minute, right? Hey, did we get to 24 minutes on that? All right, all praises. Jump to 35 minutes. Jump to 35 minutes.
So I'm on air going, hey, Trump's not involved in the lies covering up. We know he thinks he'll crash the stock market.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, also hit pause. So what he was saying was Trump was telling them that he going to drop it down. Hey, make sure you bring all that out. 18 years earlier, they said that Trump is the one who blew the whistle on Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Jeffrey Epstein actually got locked up in Florida for a little while, and they said it was Trump who put the word out on him because Trump had even banned him from his house and all of that. Right now, this is way before Trump was even thinking about being a president. You know what I mean? So whatever happened, something went on. Trump ain't like it and severed relationships and then threw him under the bus or whatever the case may be. Right? So that's where we at. So go ahead, play.
And the Democrats spin it. Oh, God, you're all the pedo party. No, guys, it's hundreds of top Democrats, hundreds of university heads, all these Hollywood people going to the island, delivering kids, eating babies, draining blood, adrenochrome.
Y'all heard that?
Yeah.
Eating babies, drinking blood.
Draining blood.
Right. And y'all might be thinking, where to get these babies from? We're going to get to all of it. We're going to get to all of it. This is the sickness that's going on. Hit play.
I mean, it's all in there, grinding up bones. I mean, it is, they are, but what else do they do? They just put on this confidence act, puffed up like roosters, hoping he would be intimidated. And for a while he was, because he's like, this is embarrassing, but it's over. I mean, they are completely screwed now.
Yeah. What was the extent of their their friendship? I know they were friends for a bit. It seems like party mates or whatever. What was the extent of that?
Well, I don't just believe Roger Stone. Back in the day, the New York Times was more accurate. Roger Stone had 51 years, and Trump doesn't cheat on his wives, but in between marriages, he's quite the horn dog. And he likes.
Here, pause. So they saying that Trump, they said when he's with his wives, when he's actually married, that he doesn't cheat on them, but in between wives, he's a monster. He's a loose cannon. All right, hit play.
And his
He doesn't cheat on his wife. I give respect. He doesn't cheat on his wife. Okay, he's
That's
better man
fair.
than me, man.
Man of honor.
Okay.
But have you ever met like Melania? She's intimidating.
Okay.
He's the opposite of pedo. He's not in Russia. That proved it fake, being pissed off by hookers. A, he's not into that. He's a neat freak. B, he's not going to let somebody have control of him.
Yeah,
he's not going to let somebody, do something like that. He knows it's a setup. Knows it's cameras. That was all proven to be an MI6. Clinton, Obama.
I'm going to ask you about Clinton and Obama after this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So what was the question though?
With Trump, the extent of their friendship, like what was it exactly?
Yeah,
Because you hear different accords.
So what Epstein claims he is, or the media did later, is what Roger Stone was. But Roger Stone was the political advisor, gave him the idea to run for president, and then Roger was his wingman in between divorces, because he go years not married.
So Roger Stone was his wingman, not Epstein.
No, Roger Stone was his wingman.
Okay.
All right,
and
hit
Roger Stone.
Hit pause, y'all. Right? I just want to make sure we ain't missing nothing, right? Brothers, listen, I need for y'all, I don't want y'all to drop this because we're gonna come right back. I just sent something to the what you call it. That last one I posted, bring that up. Right? So he said that this guy, Roger Stone, is Donald Trump's right-hand man, right? Remember, he called him a horn dog in between what marriages and all that, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to bring up an email right now from Epstein talking about Donald Trump. All right? Y'all see this? So that's Jeffrey Epstein writing to a guy named Larry Summers. Importance high. Read in the highlight.
Recall, I've told you, I have met some very bad people. Some as bad as Trump. None as bad as Trump. Right. Yeah, y'all got to zoom in for me. Not one decent cell in his body. So, yes, dangerous.
Right. So he's calling Donald Trump dangerous, right? But remember, they had a little beef.
Yeah.
So right now he trying to throw some he putting some spicing on it. He trying to stop him. You know what I mean? Hey, bring that video back up, man.
Y'all crazy thing, Cap. He probably tried to blackmail Donald Trump, but Donald Trump was like, "Oh no, you're not gonna do this to me.
No,
I'm about to blow the whistle on you."
Right. No, real talk, and I'm glad you brought that up. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm telling y'all, family, when y'all see these things, that's how you need to be thinking, because why would he say that about Donald Trump? Out of nowhere, Donald Trump is the worst person you ever met. This man knowing everybody all over the world, all kind of mad people, and Donald Trump is the most dangerous man. How? All he doing is putting up buildings and telling people you're fired.
It's a game of leverage, Cap.
There you go. There you go. All right, hit play.
Would just go out on double or triple dates so that the media wouldn't pick it up and say who he was dating.
Okay. All right.
And so some of that's hit the news, but that's the MO. And so so he was his wingman. That's a lie in the media that he was friends or even best friends with him.
All right, hey y'all.
He would see him.
Hey y'all, get it to minute 40. I just wanted y'all to hear that because they were really putting it out there like Trump and this guy was like real good friends, but according to all the files and all that, they wasn't really.
Beef going.
Yeah, they wasn't really friends like that. They was around each other. That's you know what I mean. But all big money hang together until it's you know what I mean. What the heck is that? That's 40. No, bro. 40 minutes. 40 minutes. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Watching. So shout out to you guys.
Wow.
Let me ask you this then. Clintons. We've heard the rumors, Lolita Express. We've heard, we've seen the pictures too, right? Especially all the pictures that came through recently.
Yeah, did he get more BJs?
This guy. What is the deal with the Clintons? What was his relationship with Bill? What was his relationship with Hillary? They fought back. They went on Twitter and they said, "Hey, yeah, we want to go ahead and we want to testify. We want to make sure it's open, etc." So now I guess
and then they pulled back.
Oh, they did pull back after that again?
You know what?
Yeah.
Hey,
So
I'm sorry, y'all. We'll come back to this part. We're gonna get to this baby eating blood drink. We're just gonna get to it. Go to 45 minutes. Go to 45 minutes because this is something that we need to deal with ASAP. Not Rocky.
it's Donald Barr, but the point is,
Okay, we'll pull that up for you right now. And
so his dad.
Pull it a little bit before 45. Put it like 44, 45. Go ahead.
Only 2 hours of 9 hours.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why did he never release it? Like, he held on to it for
I think
years.
Epstein realized he shouldn't have said the things he said. Like, David Rockefeller recruited me when I was 30. And again, you want to hear about the British, but let's do Bill Barr first.
Sure, go for it.
Type in Bill Barr's father, space relations.
Right.
His name's
Watch this, y'all.
Bill
Hit
Barr's
pause. Hit pause.
father, space.
Now, this is why I wanted to show y'all Bill Barr, who was the head of the DOJ. I told you he was down with the Iran-Contra scandal and all of that.
Right.
And now they're about to talk about his pops. And that's why I wanted to bring up the pops so y'all could see him. And then they about to tell y'all something crazy right here. Hit play.
it's Donald Barr, but the point is,
Okay, we'll pull that up for you right now and get up on
so
screen.
his dad is
You want the wiki page or
whatever you want.
okay?
So
Pull that
space
up.
relations, just pull up space relations.
Bill Barr's father, space relations bills, please.
So Bill Barr,
Here it is, right here. Make it big so Alex can see it.
his dad is number 3 in the OSS in World War II.
Okay.
Whoa.
Like
Former
that-
CIA.
Yeah, but that's like advising directly, Eisenhower. Okay. So and Churchill. So Bill Barr's dad, Donald Barr.
Yeah, it literally has space relations right there.
He
Click Donald Barr. Click his thing.
He is number 3 in the OSS. This is declassified. Then high-level CIA. He runs a girls' school in New York. And at like 25, they hired Jeffrey Epstein to work there.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Then
The Dalton School, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Dalton School.
Yeah.
Five
math
ye-
teacher.
Yeah. 5 years later, he's the representative of the head of the Trial Commission. So it's all. So here's the deal.
It's nuts.
Bill Barr is the head, same as Jeffrey, the manager, it's declassified, of Iran-Contra, because they kept it secret from Reagan.
Wait, he was the, say that one more time. He was the manager
Bill
of,
Barr on record was CIA.
Yep.
And the main White House manager they kept secret from Reagan under George Herbert Walker Bush of Iran-Contra.
Oh my God. Okay.
So his dad runs the Dalton School. Then they hire Epstein. Then in 1991,
Hit pause for a second.
they used the Somalis as the cutout of a
Hit pause. Because it's going to be something important. I want and bring the video back just a little bit, right? They just brought up the Dalton School again. The Dalton School is not the all-girls school. Dalton School is boys and girls, all right? One of y'all favorite actors went there, Bokeem Woodbine. Y'all know Bokeem? Yeah. Bokeem went there. He's from Harlem, but, you know, them schools on the Upper East Side, they like to take a couple of Jakes just to mix it in there a little bit. You know what I mean? Go ahead, hit play. Something
The
important is about to come
representative
up.
of the head of the Trial Commission.
Something important is about to come up. Hit play. Go ahead.
So it's all. So here's the deal.
It's nuts.
Bill Barr is the head, same as Jeffrey, the manager, it's declassified, of Iran-Contra, because they kept it secret from Reagan.
Wait, he was the, say that one more time. He was the manager
Bill
of,
Barr on record was CIA.
Yep.
And the main White House manager they kept secret from Reagan under George Herbert Walker Bush of Iran-Contra.
Oh my God. Okay.
So his dad runs the Dalton School. Then they hire Epstein. Then in 1991, they used the Somalis as the cutout of a bunch of billions of dollars to ship them to Ohio, and they set up in Ohio a evergreen transportation that used to just be north of here, run by Oliver North, the CIA Air Force.
Hit pause. Did y'all hear who they brought in to Ohio? The Somalis, right? Now, last week when we did the show, the Somalis were up there in Minnesota, right? And they got a big problem with them. We're going to get back to that. Remember I mentioned something? Yeah, exactly. Now, that was my first time hearing that this morning when I watched this, but I had made mention of them before. Remember that? We're going to get into that in a second. But hit play.
Okay.
Yes.
So
yes, there's a CIA base. A former back in the day.
Yeah. So he becomes. That's where they got all the seized planes, Maduro's, all of it up there. And so all of that, I just turned it the other day. Leave it at that. I'll get to it later. So all of this is going on, and so that his dad publishes, whatever year it was, you pull up Space Relations, a book about humans that work with aliens to kidnap human children on Earth to ship them to a planet for sex slavery and satanic torture.
Hit pause.
Wow.
So now the father, Donald Barr, creates a so-called fictional book. Well, it's a fiction. Obviously, it was fiction because they're talking about humans having some kind of relationship with aliens, and they're going to take children from Earth, take them out to some planet, and have them as sex slaves.
A Cap, science fiction is specifically used to talk about things that would be too taboo to talk about in real life.
Absolutely. 100%. So this is what they're telling you, that in this book, he's letting you know what they are doing, but they under the guise of sci-fi, right?
Right.
Go ahead. Hit play.
1973.
Yep.
So this number 3 in OSS writes a science fiction book about intergalactic sex slavery of human little boys and girls. And his son is the head of the Iran-Contra liaison. And then he hires Jeffrey Epstein, and 5 years later becomes the head of the Trilateral Commission.
Right.
Oh, shit!
Wow.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Wow.
Now we're getting it. Because these old men need an energetic guy that'll do what they fucking tell them.
You heard that?
Yeah.
So basically what they did, they groomed Jeffrey Epstein, right? To become what? The head. So them guys is old. Remember, that guy was born in 1921. David Rockefeller was around them same ages. Those was old dudes. So they seen this guy. They said, okay, he's a natural petty. You know what I mean? Now we could groom him up, and when we out of here, he's going to be the guy. That's what's going on. And what? Now they showing him how to deal with those children. They showing him all the witchcraft around it. You know what I mean? It ain't that simple. But go ahead, hit play.
So
he's a young guy.
I see what you're saying. Young guy, gopher. I'll do it. I'll make it happen, etc. Because I always thought it was weird
And
how
I'll deliver all you old men, all the girls you want to screw.
Yeah.
He was like a promoter in Miami Club.
Yeah.
He brings all the girls.
Well, if you listen to him speak, he's actually very well spoken and very charismatic. And he's very smart. Even though, and he's like, you could tell he's a very good, he has a New York accent like that. And he's a bullshitter, but the guy's charming.
Hit pause. Hit pause. 100%. And y'all gonna hear him in a little while. We gonna play part of it, so y'all gonna hear what he's talking about. He is a bullshitter. But go ahead.
Pick somebody.
Yeah.
And so, I remember 20 years ago, I'd interview experts on Rockefeller, and he would just do test scores. They do these psychological tests and stuff. That you'd have, we're going to give you a scholarship. We do all these Minnesota multiphasics and stuff. And then you'd be in Wisconsin or wherever, and David Rockefeller would be in the line at the cafeteria. I said, we'd like you to come work for us. It's like the Pink Floyd song, have a cigar, son. You're going to go far. You're going to live forever. You're gonna. So, yeah, I mean, the point is all the pieces have gone crystal clear.
But because it's not like he went to Harvard. It's not like he went to Yale. He didn't go to any of these elite institutions. I don't even think he has a college degree.
Yeah, no degree, and he's the head guy at a girls' school.
Yeah,
and now,
why did they pick him?
Hit pause. So they talking about Jeffrey Epstein. He has no college degree. All right, he has no college degree. His father worked for the Parks Department. You know what I'm saying? His pops was cleaning up, cutting trees, and I think his parents immigrated from Eastern Europe or something like that. Came to America, moved to Brooklyn or whatever, and then he came up. He was a regular dude. I ain't going to say super regular. I'm not saying he's not smart, but he definitely did not go through the regular Yale University, Harvard, and all of that, you know what I mean, to get to meet those individuals, right? So clearly something along the way he got handpicked. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, hit play.
5 years later, he's the head of the Trilateral Commission.
Why did they pick him?
And hold on. Y'all stay tuned. It's about to happen right now. It's coming up soon. What we listening to all this for? Go ahead.
Kev,
play.
I'm just thinking
Go ahead.
the psychology behind picking somebody who came from like not having it.
Yes.
Their mentality is gonna feel like they got a reward or something, so they're gonna be loyal. He sold the devil.
No, but that's what they do to our people, right?
Right, exactly.
We come out in the music industry. They know where you coming from. Hey, bro, do this. You got this. You set for life. Now I need for you to take care of this for us. And brother's gonna be like, no problem. I'm not ever going back. You know, go ahead.
Was it because he like was the girl guy? Like you could get them women? Like
It was because he's a pedophile.
Y'all see?
In a nutshell.
Period. Period. That's the reason why. That was his talent. Hit play.
And they just chose him. I mean, you know, this goes on and on. But the point is that now it's all coming out, and they're talking about draining kids of blood. They're talking about. Have you seen all this stuff?
I haven't seen that in the files yet because
I
I've
heard
been
about this
playing.
in
But
Hollywood, but I didn't think it was actually.
Look, we could go through that
happening in real time.
We can go through that.
Leonardo DiCaprio's been implicated. New ones today is huge email list of him and Woody Allen talking about, yeah, you know, I'm mainly on a human diet. I'm cannibalism. It's really made me lose weight. I grind the bones up for fiber. And then they talk about in other emails, the last tranche, about, yeah, I've been on this cannibalism diet for a while, but now I'm going to get off this for a while.
Hey, listen, y'all, hit pause. Y'all understand y'all can do a search and find all of these things. Y'all can do a search and get all of it. It's all public information. We're going to show you some stuff tonight. Not that exact one, but you can find all of this. It's all out there, right? So this is real. When he talking about Woody Allen, if y'all don't remember Woody Allen, he is a movie maker from New York. Spike Lee, I'm not throwing Spike Lee in the mix with that, but Spike Lee patterned himself after Woody Allen. If you see Woody Allen, short, skinny dude with glasses, makes movies. Spike Lee, short, skinny dude with glasses, makes all, and Woody Allen does all his movies in New York. Spike Lee does all his movies in New York, right? So he looked up to Woody Allen. But what he didn't know was Woody Allen was a petty, severe, right? So now Woody Allen and this guy Epstein have a lot in common. Go ahead.
Wow. And this is in the emails?
It's in the emails.
What about Jay-Z?
Well, here's the deal. People like P. Diddy are spinoffs.
Yo, he's not the main arc. He's not the main arc.
No, he's not, but Diddy is. Diddy had his, like, his own little weird stuff. Yeah.
And if you look at people like
Hit pause. You see that? See all these names?
You said Diddy was a spinoff.
Yeah.
See, they taught him.
Right.
They taught him that.
That's the point.
They taught him that. He didn't wake up like that.
No, not at all. But even these names here, these names don't mean that they was in the mix. Yeah. These are probably people who he's met along the way. You know what I mean? Hit play.
Side journey.
They set up feeders into it. So it's kind of like it's kind of like minor leagues.
Dang.
Okay.
Look, you got the minor league baseball.
Pause. Oh, go back just a bit so we can see on the top right there. They said that P. Diddy is the minor leagues, man. All right, just go.
Set up feeders.
All right, go ahead.
Into it. So it's kind of like.
Get ready to hit pause. Nope.
It's kind of like minor leagues.
Yep. Again.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos.
Again.
Okay.
Look, you got the minor leagues.
Pause. There you go. Maxwell, while other individuals are mentioned only in a portion of a document, including press reporting that on its face is unrelated to the Epstein and Maxwell matters. So these names right here don't have nothing to do with what Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell was doing. And that's his right-hand chick. We're going to talk about her as well. All right? Go ahead, hit play.
Baseball teams.
Big league and minor league. He was the little league. Hey, boy, go over there.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Okay.
Well, Peter Nygaard, you can look him up.
Okay.
Peter Nygaard.
Hit pause. Now, we about to get into this now, y'all. Pay close attention to this man named Peter Nygaard. All right? This is where all of the blood, the nastiness. Wait till y'all see this. What's about to come on. Hit play.
Nygaard was a whole other thing. He had an island in the Caribbean.
Yep.
And they had all these women come that would have babies, and they'd sign them over. They'd cesarean them. So if they kill them before they're born, or they take them out before they're born, they don't legally as a person.
Oh my!
And then
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? So when they abort them, right? before they're born, they're not really classified as a person. So guess what? Amongst Esau, that means that they didn't murder them. But we know abortion is murder, right? But watch this. Watch what Alex Jones about to say. Y'all about to jump out y'all seat. Go ahead, hit play.
The thing is, would artificially inseminate the women, and then if the baby is your baby, the stem cells are like 100 times or more powerful. So then they would drain the babies of their bone marrow, their blood, and inject them in these old men. Some of the clients were
Pause. Y'all hearing this? Yeah. Right? So that's the reason for them inseminating the women themselves. Right? Because now when that baby is born, because it has their DNA in the baby, that even strengthens them even better. But y'all stay tuned to the hit play, please.
George Herbert Walker Bush and others. And the thing is, Nygaard's in prison right now for this in Canada. But Nygaard is on TV shows admitting and like telling women, hey, I'll take your period blood, I'll take a baby, I'll take whatever, I'll pay you for this. Wow. The baby's really what we want.
Hit pause. The man, Peter Nygaard, wants women's period blood. That's what he said. He want their cycle blood. Anything from them, right? Hit play.
And so, yeah, we can pull it up.
Okay. Wait. Nigga, stop the show. Are you drink the blood of babies?
Listen, I'm not saying this because you're black. It's just the truth.
Yo, hit pause. Alex Jones is a wild boy. Right. He said, I'm not saying this because you're black.
Damn.
Yo, take it back a little bit. Y'all, wait till y'all hear this. Go ahead.
More powerful. So then they would drain the babies of their bone marrow, their blood, and inject them in these old men. Some of the clients were George Herbert Walker Bush and others. And the thing is, Nygaard's in prison right now for this in Canada. But Nygaard is on TV shows admitting and like telling women, hey, I'll take your period blood, I'll take a baby, I'll take whatever, I'll pay you for this. A baby's really what we want. And so, yeah, we can pull it up.
Okay. Wait. Nigga, stop the show. Are you drink the blood of babies?
Listen, I'm not saying this because you're black. It's just the truth. If you pull up the Peter Nygaard thing, because you know
Peter Nygaard,
you know about dominant recessive genes, right?
Yeah.
So, like whether it's a black bull or a black bird, or a black lizard, for whatever reason, the expression of black pigment in the original genetics, not just in humans, but in every species, most stuff's black. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For whatever reason,
bro, it looks crazy.
So the point is that he's got all these African supermodels who are like Congolese and Central Africa, because those are pure blacks.
So this guy, Peter Nygaard, goes and gets the Congolese and those kind of African women models. You heard what Alex Jones said. He said those are the pure blacks, right? Meaning the Africans. That's what he's saying. But this is what this man is after. He's after black people, black women. This is what this man is doing. Alex Jones is trying to explain now why these people are going after our people, because that's the pure, right? Hit play. Watch this.
Saying, I will pay you for your babies because I want their blood. Because if he gets one of them pregnant and it's already his kid, there's no rejection like an organ. And then the stem cells are 100 times better because a white person, it is the big joke, like the black Israelites, you're a cave-dwelling mutant. Well, yeah, it's like
yo, y'all heard that?
Yep. You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding.
Yo, bring that back a little bit. He said, yo, it's like the Israelites say, that you're a cave-dwelling mutant, right? But watch, look at what Alex says, though, right after this. Go ahead.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, for whatever reason,
bro, it looks crazy.
So the point is that he's got all these African supermodels who are like Congolese and Central Africa, because those are pure blacks. And he's saying, I will pay you for your babies because I want their blood. Because if he gets one of them pregnant and it's already his kid, there's no rejection like an organ. And then the stem cells are 100 times better because a white person, it is the big joke, like the black Israelites, you're a cave-dwelling mutant. Well, yeah, it is like X-Men. Whites are mutants. But blacks have mutations too. The point is that they want...
That was quick. Hit pause.
You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding.
Hit pause. Yeah. We got to back the brother up. I got to call him brother right now.
Thou sayest.
Thou sayest. Real talk. Hey, get that Genesis 25 real quick, man. Right? Get that Genesis 25. Because this is what the Lord was showing us in the book of Genesis, y'all. Right? A lot of people, they read this scripture. When we read it, they saying, no, y'all guys, you're putting your spin on it. You're racist and all of this. No. The Lord made sure to put the description of Esau because he was totally different. That's where the mutation. You see, when you dealing with like the 5 percenters and Nation of Islam and all that, they call it Yaqub, the big head scientist. Talking about Jacob, because they in their understanding, Jacob created Esau, right? Because they understand that Esau is totally different than everybody else. But that's not the case. No, Jacob didn't create Esau. The God created Esau, and he made him like that. But read that.
Genesis chapter 25 and verse 25.
Go ahead.
And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment.
That's Esau right there. That is the description of him. Go ahead.
And they call his name Esau. And after that came his brother out. And his hand took hold on Esau's heel. And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Right. So that's the mutation that he's talking about. The Lord created that, right? But Alex Jones, do you see him arguing about it? Because he knows the reality. It is what it is. I even heard him say one time, he talked about Amalek. He said, yeah, really, maybe only 2 to 3% of them is actually real, ancient Hebrew. He knows what it is. All right? But hit play, y'all.
Black babies, that's what they call it, walnut sauce on all the documents, for blood transfusions. That's what's come out about P. Diddy demanding the black guy give him blood and all that because it's what you want. So the best blood transfusion or stem cell would be from a black person, and then the best stem cells would be from a black woman. The way to supercharge that is to get a black woman pregnant, kill your baby and drain it, because now it's part you get full download. So you can pull up footage of Nygaard trying to get black women to sell them babies. On TV.
What? We're gonna see that video. We're gonna see those videos, y'all. Right? So now the question is, now we understand what these abortions is all about. Right? Now we understand why they got the Planned Parenthoods and all these things in our neighborhoods. Y'all thought they selling it to our sisters as, oh, that's health care.
Yeah.
Right? That's health care. It is health care.
Yeah,
for them.
For them.
Yeah. You think this guy Peter Nygaard just came out by himself with this? No. They've been practicing it. And now, and hey, listen, when you deal with medical apartheid and our people having all of the what do you call it? Damn, when they were doing all the experiments and all of that on our people, Tuskegee, the syphilis thing, and we could go on, because there's been many. This is it. Working on us and getting them stem cells and all that. Hey, y'all, hit play. It's gonna get crazy,
folks.
It's gonna get crazy. Hit play.
I'm just telling you what's going on.
No.
You can't make this up.
We could probably find a clip. It's on YouTube.
These are vampires.
It's on YouTube, guaranteed.
The real vampires actually kill their own children. Well, I've done a bunch of reports on. Type in Peter Nygaard, real life vampire. Just put it on X. Peter Nygaard, real life vampire. I did a report last week.
Picture they pulled up. You look like a damn vampire.
No, 1,000,000%.
You think this got something to do with the placentas and stuff too?
Got all of
it. That the placentas when they after a woman give birth.
Yes.
I always wonder, like, what's the big deal about the placenta? Why they want to keep it?
Yes, bro. But you know.
It making sense.
And they want to make you fill out hella paperwork to get your own stuff.
That's crazy.
How that make sense? How you got to ask for your own thing that came out of your wife, and they go into y'all like, so here, if you know, we're gonna hold on to this. What's the sense in you taking it? You know what I mean? Wow. Go ahead, y'all.
But I did a report 15 years ago before he got arrested. So I know I've got sources.
So for those, because we're obviously kind of in this world, so we're listening to her like, yeah, we've heard this before. But for the people out there that might be like, what's going on here? Like, they might not be familiar with this stuff. Can you kind of explain, like, this whole ritual thing, baby thing? Why do they do it? How do they do it? Because people hear about the conspiracy theories and everything, but they don't really understand it. So if you could kind of, like, explain it for them.
Well, they got a video if you want to watch this.
Okay, so we can watch this video here.
Yo,
let's take a, let's
what's with
play
that nigga's face, bro?
That's him without the black blood.
Yo, Alex Jones is crazy.
Totally young.
He's like 200 years old.
Man. Alex Jones said, yo, that's him without the black blood. Yo, look at this guy, man.
Demon.
Yo.
He played the game, too.
That man right there is crazy. Yo, he looking like Jigsaw.
Yeah.
We had Jigsaw two weeks in a row.
He played the game, too.
No, but listen, y'all about to see this wild video right now with him when he did have the juice in him. Go ahead, hit that play button.
Like 85, to looking like Count Dracula, like a year without the black blood. By the way, I'm not just saying this because a bunch of black
Like
folks
a
working
year
it.
without
This is
the
what it
black
is.
Yo, Alex Jones
watch
out his
my-
mind, man.
Right,
Hit
he keep
pause.
throwing that in there.
Alex Jones crazy. He said,
Bro,
y'all
why
just,
does it look like he got a mask on?
bro, he do. What are you talking about, man? That man just rose up out of the grave that morning. That's a dead man you looking at, bro.
Y'all remember Tales from the Crypt?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
That's the Crypt Keeper.
That's the Crypt Keeper.
Yo. But Alex said, yo, I'm not just saying that because there's a bunch of black people working here. yo, you having a good time in there. Hit play.
Let's play this.
Hey, black is beautiful.
It is.
You can get paid a lot more than that.
So how much do you want for it? Let's bid. I bid
Hit
$500.
pause. Hit pause. You are now looking at, that's not Peter Nygaard. Y'all gonna see him. He's sitting across the way. But now they got a bunch of sisters in there, and now they talking about what? Bidding to get blood, to get different things. They're going to start talking to them. I want you to look at the sisters' faces while they talking. Hit play.
But you know, I'm prepared to outbid him anyway. Whatever I bid, he's going to outbid me. I bought about $60,000 worth of eggs.
Hit pause. Yeah. That's him with the blood in him. See how he look off? He look regular. He look like all right. He still look like a vampire, but he look like you can sit with him now. Hit play.
If you have abortion, that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, you know, placenta, you know.
Hit pause, y'all. We can't let nothing go by. Wow. The man said the abortion is very valuable.
Yeah.
Y'all heard that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So when we go running up, y'all sisters, man, y'all cannot be doing it. This is against God's laws, man. This is damn murder. Mm-hmm. All right? These people set us up so they could live. Kill us and they can live. Look how snaky he's talking to them. Yeah, the abortion and the umbilical cord and the placenta. He's thirsty for this. This man right now is in prison. I want y'all to know that. He's in prison in Canada. All right? Because of this. Wow. They had to snatch him up. They said, you going too far. Hit play.
Even your period blood is so rich with stem cells.
Wow.
We regard it as waste, and it actually should be. It should be captured as recycled, and it shouldn't go to waste. It's life for somebody, you know.
He said it's life for somebody. It should be captured. It shouldn't be made to wait. You see them sisters? They're like, yo, what are we doing? You see, this is what happens when y'all become models and y'all want to become big in the industry and all that. This is who you around right here. This is what when you home as a little kid thinking about striving to become a star, when you finally reach the pinnacle, these are the people that you around.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not nothing. You thinking you're going to meet other stars and y'all going to talk music all day and talk about how great the guitar is. No. No. This is who you talking to. Hit play.
It's like
George R. Bush.
No, the best eggs are 16 to 18 years old. Those are the best eggs.
16, 18-year-olds.
The older your eggs get, the weaker and weaker.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So you may not be our top.
You remember when they made a report about the rise of abortions, how much death is happening,
right,
and the immense number of abortions they're having? Where does all that blood go from the abortion clinics?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I'm thinking, like, if that's true, and what Alex is saying is verified because of video, of course, then what about abortion clinics? All that.
Right.
Dude, that's crazy, bro. Like,
right,
crazy.
But that's the real thing.
That's insane, bro.
But that's what we're talking about. Yeah. Now we know what's happening. They saving all that stuff. They sending it somewhere.
That's a bank.
Right.
They got us banking and they ciphering it right out the abortion clinics, the Planned Parenthoods.
Yes.
And masking it as medical health.
Right.
But it's a whole nother thing where they living off of it. Oh, man, it's crazy.
Bruh, we out there teaching in Oakland, right? And right across the street, we seeing sisters jump out of cars and walk right into Planned Parenthood on an early Sabbath morning, man. These poor sisters, they don't know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? That's why when Christ, he said, yo, forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do.
Yeah,
it's real.
And they disguise it as like it's empowering women to make their own choice because it's their bodies.
Right.
How about just stop having sex? How about that?
But really, it's about that old man body right there.
Yeah, that old dude siphoning your kid's blood.
Yeah. Right. That's what I say. He looked 200 years old. He might.
Yeah.
No telling. He might.
Yeah, he been hanging around for a while. Even when you see them old dudes, the guy they was talking about, David Rockefeller, that cat used to be looking just like him.
Crazy. New organs all the time.
Yeah, I was like, yo, how these dudes still alive? But read that scripture, bro.
Leviticus chapter 17 and verse 10. And whatsoever man that be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood. I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. For the life of the flesh is in the blood.
Right. For the life of the flesh is in the blood. Read it again so the people can see it, because they didn't have the scripture up. Read that again.
Verse 10. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people.
Right.
For the life of the flesh is in the blood.
Right. Right. And that's what it is. Right. So listen, our people, we knew better than to do that, but we talking about Esau. Profane person such as Esau, man. Right? Get that real quick. That's Hebrews, right? 12:16?
Yep.
Read that real quick. This is why the Lord called Esau profane. Who would sit up in there and talk like this? This is insane. Hold on, I'm sorry. And it's being recorded.
Right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For you know that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Right. Hey, Captain Joel, all praises. He just sent me a flamer. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 12. Right? Start in verse 3. And what's beautiful about this scripture right here, you're going to see, once we do it, you're going to hear what Alex Jones is going to get ready to talk about. This is perfect. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 3. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices.
Right.
And also those merciless murderers of children.
That's right.
And devourers of man's flesh.
Yes.
And the feast of blood.
That thing is perfect.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's thing
exactly
is
what
perfect.
they was doing.
That scripture was perfect right there. Right? Because that's exactly what's happening.
Hit the bomb!
Right? So the Lord, this has been going on from the beginning of time. This is not something that Esau just brought up a few years ago when these clowns started running around. They taking this from ancient times. And watch, Alex Jones about to bring that up. Hit play.
Bro,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely nuts.
insane.
No, that's fine. I think that was my business anyway.
And notice he slaps him around like a pimp. By the way, you women are like 30. I want 16-year-olds.
Damn.
I mean, folks. And then he did it with a huge medical facility. So understand, we ain't in 2026. We're like in 2050 and vampires running. These are literal vampires.
And the young girl that is on record that he actually took his own child. He had a child with a 14-year-old.
Wow.
And he was taking the stem cells from that baby. I think they brought it to term maybe 8 months, I believe.
Yeah.
And then started taking the cells right from the baby and injecting it into himself. He personally did it.
Right. You heard that?
Well, that's why.
So that nut job had a baby with a 14-year-old, then did the abortion or whatever, and then he himself pulled the blood and whatever else, the stem cells and marrow, whatever he was doing, and put it into himself right there on the spot. He actually built a clinic and all of that to bring them people in there. That's how he wound up getting locked up. That's how demonic this dude was. Hit play.
When they kept it alive, they told. So he's milking the baby.
Yes.
All right.
You
For
seen
those that are what was that?
You seen the movie Sinners?
No, I never
With
seen
Michael B.
it.
Jordan, the vampires.
I haven't seen it. I'm telling you guys, any listener, just type in Peter Nygaard vampire.
Yeah.
He's
No, I
all
mean-
over TV saying, I pay black women for their babies and I suck their blood. Wow. I mean,
He just said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes on.
Can't make it up.
You can't make this up. So what I'm telling you is now in all the other emails that came out 3 weeks ago, and now the new ones I was searching before I got here, it's all paying women to have babies. So the woman says they put me on drugs. I was 7 months pregnant. The baby's gone because they drained your baby, lady. And so they get them there. They artificially inseminate them with their sperm
On the island, the women.
Zorro Ranch at the island, and Zorro Ranch was the main place.
Okay, that was in New Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know this all sounds crazy, folks. That's why I've been like, why is Trump covering this up? Like,
yeah.
And they said stock market. And I said that hundreds of times.
We'll take them because I know we have a lot of people here that are probably like their mind blown is like, what is going on here? Can you kind of like explain it to them kind of step by step how this works and how we know, but like for the newbies out there that normies that don't know what the hell's going on here.
All right. Anybody that studies history which is fascinating.
Watch this.
Whether you're in Mesoamerica with the Aztecs before Cortez arrives 500 years ago or 550 years ago, or whether you're in Western Europe, whether you're in the Middle East, whether you're in Africa, whether you're in Asia, every culture would start to collapse and have a priesthood that would build pyramids and sacrifice children. So the whole Old Testament's about don't sacrifice your kids to Moloch, don't rape your kids, don't give your virgins to the priest.
Y'all see that?
Wow. Yep.
Right. So that scripture right there that we just read in Wisdom of Solomon, also talking about back then, right? Get that scripture, matter of fact, right? When it talks about don't sacrifice your children, don't put them through the fire and all that, right? That's what it's talking about. But notice they said Molech, right? Now, why would they be choosing? Oh, wait, I'm jumping the gun. Hit play.
Priest. And so this is this demonic force that does this. This is in human history. Every culture did it. White, black, you name it. Everybody's done it.
Pause.
And so.
Right. Even Israel did it. That's why the laws got to get put in there, right? Go ahead.
So his emails are like Baal and Molech.
Oh,
Epstein's.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Y'all heard that?
Yeah.
So his emails, he's talking about Baal and Molech. That's right.
Yeah.
Molech, why? Because that's that fake star David.
Yeah.
That's for Amalek,
Yep.
right? And then you got Baal, which is what? Remember, he was supposed to be the finance guy. That bull that they have down there, Wall Street and all that, that's really Baal. Y'all know that, right?
Yep.
Because that's the symbol of that demon. Baal is that bull, right? Go ahead, hit play.
And so this is real, folks. The devil's biggest trick, they say, is convince the world he didn't exist.
Yeah.
His biggest trick is good doesn't exist to counter him. But his second biggest trick, I say, is that he doesn't exist. This is real Satanism, as congressmen have been coming out that have seen this stuff, and it's coming out. They're like, this is pure on Satanism. This is real, folks. And remember in the 80s, it came out, all the human sacrifice of Satanism. They called it the satanic scare, the hysteria. It was real. And I interviewed Ted Gunderson, who was the head of the FBI in L.A., who they wanted to be the FBI director. And he basically quit to expose all this. And he told me all this stuff. He told me...
I've seen his work.
He told me that they starve babies for like a couple days so that the men can then put their, in their mouth, and the baby sucks for dear life. That's in the emails. Epstein with university.
Are y'all seeing the filth
of
these people, man? This is insane. This is how come they really didn't want to put it out there. Because then people are going to see, but again, the Lord is like, no, it's time. It's time. It's not about Epstein. It's about the entire situation, man. The whole thing. And this is why the Lord got to come back. You know what I'm saying? And I know we always get on the Christians and all that, but y'all Christians, y'all have to be hoping for the return of the Lord. Right. Not just, I hope I get a great job. That's good. That's good to get a great job. And that's fine. But y'all got to be hoping for the return of Christ. Not just you going to church and you're like, oh, well, hopefully you don't come right now because my money good. No. You won't, because this is filth. This is madness right here.
Madness, bro.
Hit play.
Head biologist and behavioral psychologist and
all right, that's it, y'all. Drop that. Come on, man. I know y'all got something on this, man.
Man,
come on, man.
2 Thessalonians 2.
Brothers don't even want to comment. They want to go straight to the scriptures. Lord help us.
Yeah, these emails and stuff are coming out, and man, give verse 6.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 6. And now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Yep.
Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way.
Read on.
And then shall that wicked be revealed.
Oh, see it. People thought it was about Diddy or Epstein, but it's more things in these letters. You know what I'm saying? The wickedness and high powers that been behind the scenes, these ancient gods being revealed. They've been in work, right? The wicked being revealed, read.
Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Verse 9.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
After the working of who?
Working of Satan. With all power and signs and lying wonders.
Oh, man. So all these rituals you seeing and coming out, man, they've been, this nation been serving Satan, man.
Right.
Yeah, and you got to remember, you got to know that this is the same dollar that's funding your church.
Right.
These are the same people that's funding your church.
That's
These
right.
are the same people that's funding your schools. You see, the dude was over all girl school.
Yep.
This is the same wicked people, man, and y'all trust these people. Get us Sirach chapter 12 right quick.
Bring it out.
12 and 10, 10 and 12, about not trusting these people.
Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10.
Come on.
Never trust thine enemy.
Scripture say don't never trust this dude. Go ahead.
For like as iron resteth, so is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness. He gonna show himself. He gonna for show himself. He want y'all to abort your baby so he can take their stem cells.
That's right.
And inject them into his body.
Yep.
And y'all trusting this dude. Go ahead.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Humbling himself is making it seem like he empowering you to do something that you want to do, but he empowering you to do something that he wants you to do.
Right.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
His rust, his wickedness, it ain't gonna never be wiped away. The only time it's gonna be wiped away is when the Messiah come back and wipe them off the planet.
Yeah.
That's the only time it's gonna get wiped away. And y'all want to save these people. They hate y'all guts, bruh.
Man.
They hate your guts, bruh. They taking your 14-year-old kids, artificially inseminating them,
right,
and then doing whatever so they can live for another 20, 30 years.
Insane.
Kidnapping
Y'all
kids.
trust these people. The Bible don't call these people the border of wickedness for no reason.
Right.
Get that in Malachi right quick.
Yeah, get that thing ASAP.
Bring it out.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse
4.
Come on.
Whereas Edom saith.
Whereas who?
Whereas Edom saith.
Hey, what that dude name is?
Who? Nygaard?
Nygaard. Yeah, so it's Nygaard saying. This is Nygaard we talking about right here. Go ahead.
We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
You see what God said? He said he gonna allow them to build, but he gonna throw them down. Nobody else but him. Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
What they gonna call them?
The border of wickedness.
The border of wickedness, meaning the evil starts and ends with them.
Right.
Evil starts and ends with them. Go to 1 Maccabees 1 and 9.
Bring it out.
1 Maccabees 1 and 9.
That's right.
First Maccabees
Remember,
chapter 1.
they was called the border of wickedness. Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 9.
Come
on.
And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Come on.
So did their sons after them many years.
And
evils were multiplied in the earth.
Wait, when they got ruled, what happened in the earth?
Evils were multiplied in the earth.
When the Edomites got the rule of the earth, evils was multiplied. The beginning of wickedness, the border of wickedness.
Right.
Y'all got to understand who the hell we dealing with here. They don't love you.
That's right.
They're not putting rap music on the screen for your benefit.
No.
It's all to kill. It's all to make babies so they can abort them.
And that was discussed too in one of these videos that I don't even know if we're gonna be able to get to it. How they dealing with the music industry and all of that. Yo, I'm telling you, that's in the files as well.
Right.
Hey, this is another level. Hey, bring up I gotta show y'all this. There's no way we can leave without actually seeing this guy talk. Bring up 18. Bring up 18. All right.
Let's give some basics or some things.
So here go your guy right
Before we
here.
get into the deep stuff, let's give some basics or some things I want to do inquire from the others. Walk me through the Santa Fe Institute. What was it about?
Hold on, hit pause. All right, so this man right here is asking him, right? I think his name is Steve Bannon, I believe. He's doing an interview, right? And he's asking Epstein about the Santa Fe Institute, right? This is a place that he built. So now I want y'all to hear what they were doing at the Santa Fe Institute. Go ahead.
Time at the math, and this was in the late 90s. So they're not going to hear me on this part, right? We're going to do it both ways?
It will not be on the video, but we do have you recorded.
Fine. Remember, when you're answering on these questions, I'm not in the shot, and they're never going to hear my voice. So a little bit, you got to repeat in your answer, you got to repeat what my question was.
All right, hit pause, y'all. I'm sorry. So when y'all hear him talking like this, originally this video was supposed to be just you hearing only Epstein speak. You're not supposed to hear his questions. Like the way they were supposed to do the edit, you never would have heard his questions. Epstein would have been repeating his questions and then answering, right? But now since all of the, Epstein got put to death and all of it hit the you know what I mean? Now this is what it is. So this is the uncut version, all right? So hit play.
Okay. Santa Fe Institute. Why, when you're at the top of your game on Wall Street, do you decide to finance, which was at the time, or endow, or become the donor or sponsor, however you want to say it, for what was considered the most cutting edge group of mathematicians in the world? Action.
So Santa Fe Institute in the late 80s, early 90s, I was interested, I was on the board of Rockefeller. So that starts, Rockefeller University, formed by John D. Rockefeller to sort of give back to the community. It's east side of Manhattan, except it was old. It was sort of old-fashioned. They were talking about medicine, and medicine by itself was, again, subject to the ideas of science. They were trying to use science to find cures for disease.
Hit pause. Now, none of y'all probably ever heard of Rockefeller University. Have y'all ever heard of that? Right. So in New York, Rockefeller University, when you drive down what's known as the FDR Highway, the university hangs over the highway. Nobody in New York ever knew anybody who went to Rockefeller University. That's a fact. Right? Right. Nobody knows nothing about. We've been like, yo, what is this anyway? Nobody ever knew about Rockefeller University. So one day, I got a story.
Yeah.
One day, I bump into two Edomites. We start talking. They start telling me how they neurological students at Columbia University, so on and so forth. We're talking. Then they said, yeah, but we're headed over to Rockefeller University. I said, really? What do y'all do over there? They said, oh, yeah, we go over there because they do experiments. That's it right there, y'all. I drove in there one time, right? And when I drove in there, I felt weird. I was like, what the hell's going on in here? That's what happened. That's where I met the guys. So I drove in there. I had something going on. I drove in there. Don't be asking me questions either. Y'all nosy as hell. Yeah, they nosy as hell. What you was doing in there? Mind your business. So I go in there. I had no business in there, right? So I drove in there because I wanted to spin around. So I used that as myself spinning around. When I went in there, I said, oh, shoot, it's Rockefeller University. So these two cats was there. I started talking to them. Guess what they were doing? They said, we are experimenting, trying to find out what part of the brain that the thoughts are housed in. Dang. I said, what are you talking about? Like, you're actually trying to find the area where the thought, like you're going to see it? They said, yes, that's what we're looking for. They were dead serious. That's what's going on in there. All type of experimental drugs on cancer, everything is madness up in there. Listen, anyway, that's Rockefeller University. So I just kind of wanted to show y'all and tell y'all a little bit about it, but hit play. Hit play, y'all. Hit play.
Play.
Because I want the people to hear what the Santa Fe Institute was doing. He's going to
And I said, no, we need to do something different. We need to start interdisciplinary work. In most...
How did a schmuck like you get on the board of Rockefeller? What year was that?
I don't remember. Late, I think 89 or 91.
So that's one of the most prestigious research places in the world, correct?
Yes.
Okay, how did a guy like you get on the board of a blue blood, internationally known, hard research, Nobel Prize winners all over the place? How do they pick a guy like you, a trader or basically some guy from Bear Stearns?
Good question. So I was asked to be on...
Good question.
Right. So the guy's asking him, he said, how do you get down with the blue bloods? Meaning those old rich families like the Rockefellers. Like, how do you even get into their eyesight for them to pick you out of people going to Yale, Harvard, the whole nine? Everybody know how I get down out there. You know what I mean? How did you get in the mix? That's what he's asking him. How did you get to the Trilateral Commission and all that? So he said, good question. Because it is a good question. Go ahead.
Rockefeller. And I think it was, I was on the board of Rockefeller. There was a money manager who said, Rockefeller needs someone with financial expertise because the university is growing and there's lots of new things. You have to, again, we go back to the original discussion the last time. Up until the mid-'80s or sort of early mid-'70s, The most important thing was your name. If you were Rockefeller, you already were considered to be brilliant. If you were head of General Motors, it was your reputation. It was who you knew, who your family was, what was your character. And then in the mid-70s, basically, if you remember, you probably had a calculator. It was very advanced in those days to have a Texas Instrument calculator, where it could, by putting in the numbers, it would multiply for you to do square roots. And that was the first, and everyone who had a calculator was already advanced on Wall Street. A simple calculator, almost like your accountant. The most important parts of business were really now going to calculations. So it's not only mathematics, but it's things that could be calculated. Reputation couldn't be calculated. I could give you, are you a 10 on a reputation scale, an 8? What does it mean to have a measurement of your reputation? We'll get to that later. But people, places like Rockefeller needed someone to say, look, we're entering a different world where numbers and the numbers of companies, portfolio management was going to be balanced. It was going to be statistical. Jeffrey, could you come on the board? Potentially sit on the finance committee, Nancy Kissinger and a bunch of other people. And
Right,
David Rockefeller.
Hey, pause, y'all, because we got to speak some layman's terms, right? So basically what he's saying is that, just like Esau likes to do, they want to put some type of number, a calculated number, meaning they want to be able to rate things. They want to be able to say this is worth this is that, because you're going to see as he starts to talk more that they don't know actually what's going on, right? He's going to make mention. I don't want to stick too close to this part. I just want to hear a little something. But there's a part that's coming up when he talks about when they created AI, right? Now, we know what AI is doing now. This is way back when AI was like just a thought. And he was talking about when two computers start to speak to each other, they asked the guys who created it what happened, and they said they don't know. So that's what his company was set up to do, was to find out. They're trying to find out an answer to the unanswerable. That's what they're really trying to do. I know it sounds crazy, but that's really what it is, right? Hit play. I'm going to play a little bit more, and then we're going to jump.
And I got along very well. He was this unbelievable human being.
You talking about David Rockefeller?
Respectful to everyone. He introduced his driver as his colleague.
This is why the guy said he was a BSer, because, come on, what are we doing? What are you trying to sell this guy on us for? Hey, push like a minute ahead. Push like a minute ahead. Something in there I want y'all to hear, and then we're going to jump. Go ahead.
David, please fire yourself. So he thought that there was a world that existed that would be a combination of both politics and business and leadership. What do I mean? He formed something called the Trilateral Commission. The Trilateral Commission is some spooky stuff. People said it was something, the Illuminati, there's some mystery about it.
Right,
people that ran.
You see how he is? He's trying to act like it's not that. It is that.
It's
How,
definitely that.
right. How can a man just create something and now that thing is governmental? Think about it. It's over governments, bro. So clearly this is not no small thing like, oh, he just created Triland. People say it's the Illuminati, like something. Yeah, hey, stop playing, bro. Right. All right? We ain't going to have time to go through all of it. I'm telling you, it's kind of the way this guy speaks is kind of fascinating because he gets into it deep. It might be boring to a lot of people. Jump to 40 minutes.
Hey, Cap, just to touch on
Go
something that he just said. What he just touched was the three frogs that come out of Dragon's mouth when he talked about politics,
I like that.
and then talking about leadership, right? He's
Right.
basically saying the religious part of it, right?
Right.
So that's what the Lord said will come out of the mouth of the serpent. He's saying
Right.
Rockefeller combined all three.
Right. That's what they're trying to do. Go ahead, hit play.
Reflection that how did I end up on this metal cot when I should be at the center of things?
So hit
No,
pause.
I had a telephone.
So what they going into now is when they had the big drop in 2008 when there was when the market got hit. He was in jail, right? He was in jail at the time, but he was still having access to call everybody and all of the big companies to find out what's going on. He's giving advice and counsel and all that from where he's at. But there's something I want y'all to hear within these next few minutes because it's going to mean something. Go ahead, hit play.
So I've said, I can talk to, it makes no difference where I am. In fact, I'm still talking to the same person if I was at my home in Palm Beach. But I'm
the
here in
difference your
jail.
home in Palm Beach.
I can dial my
That's a
own phone.
That's bullshit. No, but you can also make 1,000 phone calls. Here you got to make one, and he's got to take.
Think
the
how much
charges.
better that was. I had to decide who was the right person to call. That was unusual for me, because I would have called 20 people.
And
before.
what was the advice you gave?
I said, you have a sick patient, and it's very much like a sick patient in the emergency room. You can't think about it like your car. People in normal walks of life think about money and things as a machine. And unfortunately, so if your car breaks, cars are always easy to fix. My jets, my cars, if it breaks, I know it can be fixed because it simply follows the same pattern. If this part breaks, you replace the part and the thing works again. People and the financial system are not machines. They can't be fixed the same way. You can't simply take out put some more juice into the commercial paper market, and that's like replacing the carburetor on the car. It's much more, I have a patient who can't breathe, has a stomach problem, can't see, looks bleeding at the same time. What do I do first? I have to think about it as a system. Where's the most logical place? What's the most dangerous place? If your heart stopped, we have to start your heart again. In the equivalent to the money market, why do I have to start your heart again? I need to get your blood flowing. If your blood stops, you're dead. If liquidity, which is the equivalent of blood in the financial system, dries up.
Unless liquidity is basically cash, putting cash into the
Forget
system.
about what it is.
Okay.
Liquidity is liquidity.
Yo,
it allows the
I like when he said that. He said, yo, come on, man. Forget about what that is. Liquidity is liquidity, man. You know what I'm talking about. Basically what he's saying, and earlier in the video, we just can't watch all of it. He was just like he's doing here. He's comparing the human body with the money system, meaning that there's several systems. Like in all of our bodies, you got the respiratory system, you got the cardiovascular, digest. You got many systems that are working together. The same thing with the money markets. You got many systems. So what he's trying to say is that it's not that simple. You can't just put $1, $2, and that's it. He's saying you got to put blood into the system to get that heart started. And now he's going to talk about what? How to get the system restarted. And that's where I want to go to. Hit play.
system, it's the blood of the system. You need to pump blood hard into the body of the economy to keep it flowing.
And that's
and
what?
if you especially when
and that's cash. That's what the guy said. So meaning liquidity, right? When you liquid, meaning you got that cash. Where's this cash coming from? Right? Where does the cash come from to push into the system? Well, we know America, they're gonna make some cash. They're gonna steal some cash. They're gonna do what they gotta do. But what I got out of that, and I remember when I saw this last week and I started talking to y'all about it,
right.
I said that reminded me of what was going on in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right? Because they saying these people, they were committing fraud. But why? But remember, we watched that video with an Asian dude, and he said how these systems were built for that to be going on.
Right.
Now we know why. To do what? Pump cash into the system. So whether you fraud in the system or whatever, the government sets up these cash ways to make cash to keep the economy flowing. Right? That doesn't mean y'all should go out and commit fraud. That's not what I'm talking about. But he's telling you right there that when there's an issue, they just start pumping cash into the system. Now, according to all what we learned growing up, isn't that supposed to be not what to do? I thought you had to have the certain amount of cash, a certain amount of gold, and all that. Listen, y'all, all them things we learned is BS, because these guys do whatever the hell they want, But I just wanted to bring that out to y'all to show y'all that he does have an understanding in finance, but he's also a high-level demon. He's involved in much madness, y'all. Well, go ahead, y'all jump in, man.
He would have to be handpicked out of the college students and other people out of prestigious families. They must have seen him doing something that, lined perfectly up. That's what they do with us. Like you guys may mention with the rappers or the music industry. It's talent all throughout our nation, and they always pick the one with a flaw. another pedo, like you got Kales. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right,
And,
right.
they always pick one of our talented persons with a flaw that they can use. So they
Yep.
must have seen something in him that was like, yeah, this guy's perfect.
Yep.
You know?
So we got to jump real quick because we don't have that much time left. So we got to get to his right-hand woman who was down with him. She did everything with him. All right. She coming from a deep, her pops was in the game heavy. Right. Hey, bring up number 22. Right. Because she got locked up. They gave her 20 years. Right. So after Epstein got killed, then they went after her. Right. Now, all of a sudden, it was like a mystery. She was in the news, and then we ain't seen nothing. All of a sudden, oh, yeah, she got 20 years. We didn't even know if she was really in jail or not. I thought she was somewhere chilling.
Yeah, they said she getting a comfy 20, though.
Yo, super comfy.
Comfy 20.
Yo, I heard she got like a little dog in there. She got a dog in the jail and all of that. Bruh, she living good. All right, bring up 22, y'all.
I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
Donald Trump is going to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell right after the midterms, or sooner, if it's politically convenient. Until then, she'll continue to be the most spoiled prisoner in the entire Bureau of Prisons, complete with access to a puppy, customized meal plans, after-hours visitors, and unrestricted laptop access.
Damn.
None of this makes any sense unless you understand how powerful Ghislaine Maxwell is, even in prison. So let's get into it. Her initial sentence was 20 years back in 2022 for sex trafficking and conspiring with Epstein to abuse minors. After Epstein's questionable, illogical, and mysterious death in prison, she is now the only person on earth with the intimate knowledge of the sexual deviancy of billionaires, royalty, and world leaders. From her low-security prison in Tallahassee, she was able to get a meeting with the Deputy Attorney General of the United States. Of the 115,000 employees that work for the Department of Justice, she was able to get a meeting with the second in command of the DOJ. Just yesterday, they asked the survivors of Epstein and Ghislaine how many of them had tried to meet with the DOJ.
How many of you have reached out either individually or through a lawyer or representative to offer to provide testimony and evidence? All of them.
The DOJ didn't have time to meet with any of the victims, but the Deputy Attorney General of the United States of America had time to meet with the worst living sex offender on earth, and that meeting lasted 2 days. After that meeting, with no justification given, Ghislaine was moved from her low-security prison in Tallahassee to a minimum security prison in Texas that has never allowed a sex offender in its history. Not only is she receiving special treatment at the prison that she's not supposed to be in, one of the other prisoners, Julia Howell, spoke to the media about how she's disgusted that Ghislaine Maxwell is there, and that same day, the warden kicked Julia Howell out of the prison and sent her to a higher security prison. If you saw my previous video, then you know that President Trump has refused to say that he won't pardon her. The President of the United States has refused to say on multiple occasions that he will not pardon the worst living sex offender on earth. And lastly, she's still alive. If you believe Jeffrey Epstein killed himself in prison, you have to understand that Ghislaine Maxwell has most likely taken steps to ensure that that will not happen to her. Now, this part is just a guess, but most likely she's written letters or recorded videos, and she's given it to her lawyers or to her estate with the stipulation that if anything happens to me in prison, this gets released to the world, thereby ensuring her survival. This is a woman who, with one interview or one deposition, could bring down billion-dollar companies or entire governments. She is in prison, but she is not a prisoner.
Right. Hey, that's the same one? All right. Listen, y'all. She basically, every time they asked her a question, she basically told them unless she gets pardoned, like she ain't got nothing to say. So once they say she gets pardoned, then she going to so-called give up information. You know what I mean? I thought I had a video of that. Did we see that one already?
No, sir.
I thought I had a video of that where she was actually just damn. All right. All right, don't worry about that. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, can I get Isaiah 47 real quick?
Yeah.
Isaiah 47 and 3, and then we're gonna jump down to 10. Because what we're seeing is the depth of the evil of this country. Many of y'all get benefits. You might feel like it's good here. The roads are paved with gold, but what you realize in the root of it is evil, right? So just verse 3, and then we're gonna jump down to like 10.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 3.
Come on.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
That's talking about Babylon. When you read up in the chapter, it's talking about America, right? America is known as the daughter of Babylon in the scriptures. Come on.
Yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Right. All the shame is being seen. When you're looking at these things, it's evil. That's why they tried to hide it. They didn't want you to know the level of evil that they're doing. And a lot of our people ain't even going to research it. Go ahead.
Right.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
That's talking about Christ. He said, I got to come back and I got to destroy you for this evil. Jump down to verse 10. Watch.
Verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness.
That's what you see. This country is founded on this wickedness, getting leverage on all these different countries, getting leverage on business owners, on the merchants. Everybody basically is under Ghislaine Maxwell's thumb, right? Epstein had people under their thumb, and he was working for other people that wanted to keep these people under their thumb. Go ahead.
Thou hast said, none seeth me.
That's their mentality. Ain't nobody got these emails. Because when you send an email, it's private. It's from one person to another person. But when evil get revealed, like Hillary Clinton a couple years ago, they were like, yo, put her emails out. All of it go back to...
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now go ahead, Cat.
No. You just reminded me what we got to bring out. Go ahead. Keep going, bro.
Because when those emails come out, it's between, like me and Officer Judah might send emails. We thinking it's just between us. But nah, they're like, nah, release those emails. And in the emails, all the evil that they're plotting on, you seeing it, right? In those emails. Come on.
Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee.
Uh-huh.
And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside
They
me.
believe they're God. That's their mentality. Jump down to verse 12. This is why. This is what they're practicing.
Verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantment.
That's what they believe in. Their witchcraft, their enchantments. Go ahead.
And with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Their blood drinking, their cannibalism. They believe in these things. Y'all might look at America and think it's founded after God, not the God of the Bible. They believe in evil and witchcraft. Come on.
Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
That's the key thing y'all got to see. They labored in this thing from their youth. From the start of this country, this is what they've been doing. Right. It's just coming out now. Now the email's coming out. Now people got leverage. And all it is I'm not going down without a fight. That's all this is. This ain't about us. This is about them in a fight with each other saying, yo, you ain't going to take me out without me exposing something on you. So now you seeing that true evil because they turning and pointing fingers on each other. That's how America's going to fall. Go ahead.
If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail.
Go ahead.
Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers.
That's what they got still working for them. Go ahead.
The stargazers.
Come on.
And monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee.
They ain't going to be able to save America. Come on.
From these things that shall come upon thee.
Destruction coming to this place. And that's what we watching happen right now because of their witchcraft and the evil. It's all coming out so your eyes could be open in these last days and you can repent. That's the whole purpose that the Lord got for us.
That's right. That's right. Now, all praise to the Lord. That was beautiful. Hey, bring up 19. All right, we about to get into her pops a little more. All right, just pull this up. And we brought this out, I think, maybe a couple weeks back. We were talking about who actually was running the school system and all that type of stuff, right? So this is her dad. Her dad is a spy, right? He was a spy. And then they clapped him up, got him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And we'll touch on that in a minute. Go ahead.
James Bond.
Yep.
Ghislaine is part of that. That's
Right.
who her pops was. Show that.
Turns out that the owner of McGraw-Hill is Ghislaine Maxwell's dad. From elementary through high school, Maxwell's goal with McGraw-Hill was to dominate the entire U.S. education market. British government believed that Robert was part of Mossad and had him classified as a double, if not triple agent.
He was worth $2.8 billion.
And that's all the textbooks in America.
1988, that's crazy.
And I remember McGraw-Hill. This whole shit is a hoax,
So
man.
this thing runs deep.
It's deep as and it goes into every aspect of your life. Ghislaine is part of that. That's who her pops was.
Right, so her pops, right? Hey, bring up hey y'all, bring up 17, where it says Robert Maxwell, Israel super spy. Bring that up. Right, bring up the cover of that book. All right. So Robert Maxwell, not only did he have that, but he had a whole media company, right? Basically in the UK. And then what he would do, he would actually put what he wanted to put in the paper. So he would push political stances and all of that. If he was backing certain politicians, he would put, positivity. If he's against it, he put negative. He was doing all that, right? And of course, he was down with the spy networks, right? But check this out. Bring up that cover, y'all. Just read that cover real quick, y'all.
Robert Maxwell, Israel's super spy. The life and murder of a media mogul.
Right, the life and murder of a media mogul, because he literally was murdered, right? Go ahead. Hey, Yeah, bring up that page so we could read a little bit of that.
Zoom all the way in.
Yeah, I got the zoom.
All right, this is page 8. Without inherited money had run up debts of 2.2 billion with no fewer than 44 banks.
Wow.
There had been nothing quite like it in the history of finance, but there was more.
Right. So this man, right, he he had a $2.2 billion deficit or debt. Right now, this is back in the days. That probably is 20 billion in today's standards, right? And so he had a problem, right? Read on.
His financial mismanagement had driven him to increasingly desperate measures.
And let me add this, y'all. He was robbing pension funds. He was robbing everything. His own company taking money out of there, robbing pension funds and all that. Go ahead, read.
The more he began to cast around for rescue, the nearer came the abyss. The closer drew his opponents, whom he had so successfully outwitted. From all sides, bankers, brokers, and business enemies were closing in. Not knowing exactly how badly wounded was this still towering giant, whose one-hand gesture could even now intimidate them into fearful silence. They kept their distance. His batteries of lawyers and accountants continued to convince the doubters that he was infinitely bigger than any of them.
Right.
And when he recruited, he would not forget what they were doing. Revenge was, after all, an important part of his complex personality. So they watched and waited.
Right. So he was of the mind that he was going to get that money. And he threatening people like, yo, once I get this bread and I get back, yo, all y'all who ain't helped me, I'm coming. That's what they saying, right? Go ahead, get me out of the way so you can read.
But there was still more. Robert Maxwell, driven by those dark inner forces that awoke him at night and for which no sleeping tablet could bring back sleep, had decided at some point before that September day in Tel Aviv in 1991 that he would use pressure he had never exerted before to find the money he needed to get him out of trouble.
Right, go ahead.
He would use his leverage to get what he wanted by threatening to reveal the most secret of all his secrets.
Right.
Not even his
Go ahead, bro.
Not even his wife, his children, his closest of business associates. No one apart from a handful of men in Israel knew that he had been a powerful figure in the activities of Mossad.
Right. So he was down with the Mossad doing all type of stuff. So what he was going to do was use that as leverage and say, yo, listen, I got all the secrets. I need that bread. Somebody best be coming up with that 2.2. That's what he's saying. Go ahead.
No one else had opened the doors for Mossad quite as he had done. Not only in the lesser halls of power in the now unraveling Soviet bloc, but in Moscow itself, in the very heart of the Kremlin. And not just there, but in Washington, London, and Paris. He had spied out secrets that no other man could obtain. He had done so with a skill and risk that the men at the top of Mossad had admired. In many ways, Robert Maxwell was a spy like no other. His wealth and power had given him unique access to the most feared spy masters in the Soviet bloc. Men like Yuri Andropov of the KGB and Markus Wolf of the East German Stasi. He was also on speaking terms with the heads of intelligence agencies in Bulgaria, Romania, and Czechoslovakia.
All right, now watch this. Read that next paragraph.
How long he might have gone on using his skills as a spy was no longer a question being discussed within the higher echelons of Mossad. Maxwell had done something they had not anticipated. He had begun to threaten them.
Right. So now Robert Maxwell was threatening the Mossad, telling them, yo, I need that money or else these secrets is coming out. I'm down with, but that's what they mentioned. He down with Bulgaria, Romania, the KGB, the Stasi, Czechoslovakia. So he had things that he could go and sell to them. So that's what he was saying. Y'all best pay me or I'm going over there. Go ahead.
He had told them that unless they used their power and influence to find him the money he so urgently needed, then they could no longer count on his silence.
Damn.
At first, they thought he was testing their commitment to him, but his persistence convinced them otherwise.
Right. So that's what we got. We don't have the next page, but I'm going to tell y'all what happened. Right, y'all can drop that. So he went out on his yacht. Y'all can drop it. He went out on his yacht or whatever, and then his yacht got boarded. And he got done up. All of a sudden, he was overboard. Right? So they found him drowned. So they was like, oh, he drowned. But then when they pulled that body in, they seen him, he was lumped up, strangled, all that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it was. Once they seen that he threatened them, they was like, all right, we ain't got no more use for this guy. So they put him to death. Right? So this is what, so now Ghislaine Maxwell coming from that background, is now dealing with who? Epstein, who got the same background. He got knocked off the same way. He was part of the spy networks as well, right? Now, I got to show y'all this. Go back to, hold on, let me see what number that video is, because I wanted to show y'all something. Because we want to show you that all of this Republicans, Democrats, and all that, that's all garbage. That's all garbage, y'all. Watch this. So we seen that Epstein was dealing with who, right? He was dealing with the Republicans, right? Trump, this, that, and the third, all these different people, right? But watch this. Go back to, damn, where's that video at? Oh, video number 1, y'all. Video number 1, and go to 40. Video number 1, go to 40. All right.
Let me ask you this then. Clintons. We've heard the rumors, Lolita Express. We've heard, we've seen the pictures too, right? Especially all the pictures that came through recently.
Yeah, did he get more BJs?
This guy. What is the deal with the Clintons? What was his relationship with Bill? What was his relationship with Hillary? They fought back. They went on Twitter and they said, "Hey, yeah, we want to go ahead and we want to testify. We want to make sure it's open, etc." So now I guess
and then they pulled back.
Oh, they did pull back after that again?
Yeah. So that's a great question.
Good.
Watch this, y'all.
Take it away.
Use your federal law enforcement training. We don't have to speculate. In the last tranche of 3 million emails released a few weeks ago, you have Ghislaine Maxwell, who was appointed by the UN, the head of the UN Sea Treaty, where the UN claims ownership of the ocean.
Yes.
She was the head of that.
Yeah.
She is in emails back to 2005, 6, 7 with the Rothschild money founding the Clinton Global Initiative. So the Clinton Global Initiative, the Clinton Foundation.
Pause. So y'all hearing that? Ghislaine Maxwell getting money from the Rockefellers gave the money to Clinton. That's how they started their foundation. Right? Go ahead.
Founded that.
And the Clinton Library. Yeah, there's 3 foundations. But the Clinton Global Initiative, the money from the Rothschilds through her, and her dad was Robert Maxwell, the MI6 Mossad agent, all that.
Yeah.
Multi-billionaire, owned most of the media over there, newspapers, TV stations. Fell off the boat,
He fell off the boat.
And that business is handed to him, to Epstein. And so with the Clintons, you have them.
Y'all heard that? That's why he talked about the father who fell off the boat. And then it was handed to Epstein. Go ahead.
Literally being given the money by Epstein. So again, Epstein is David Rockefeller's factotum or his legate or his executioner. Because again, when you're a powerful, super, ultra rich person, you got to have people you trust.
Of course.
And so this is like his demigod. And so he's the head of the Trial Commission. In the emails, and the Rothschilds admit it, yes, he is our main global representative of the richest family on earth. Okay? And this is admitted by the Rothschilds. They're apologizing today in the news. The King of England says, "I'm ready to have my brother arrested." That's what I'm saying, guys. This is the mother load, okay?
Yeah.
Like, this is everything vindicated.
We're going to ask you about King Andrews and the Brits next after
Absolutely.
this.
So I cannot I mean, you know me. You've been on my show, and it's not a slow news today, but hey, you're a great guest. Okay, no, you got good plumbing. But the point is, I got a fucking soul. No, you did a great job. What I'm saying is, I'm on my own show. I'm like that. This I cannot.
No, this is a big deal.
This is not hype.
This is a big deal.
This is not hype.
It's real.
This is huge.
This is over the fucking top. I mean, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God.
Thank you, Lord.
History is Valentine's Day 2026. Holy fucking Toledo.
Christ is King.
Yeah, Christ is King. So.
Hey, hit pause. That guy's a coon.
Right.
Absolutely. We had to just say that. We had to put it out there. Go ahead, play.
The relationship with the Clintons is they're his bitch because he's Trilateral Commission Rothschild. So when people say, like, this guy was the boss, he was the boss. Because when Rockefeller died, he was his toady.
You know, I did not know. So just so I make sure I have this right. So Ghislaine basically founded the organizations, got the funding for the organizations, and Epstein controlled the purse strings.
Yes.
For the Clinton foundations. Wow.
That's right. He goes,
see that?
Rothschilds, which funded on record the Rockefeller Federal Reserve. They set it up with his dad. They donated the land for the UN, San Francisco and New York. David Rockefeller wrote book. They set up the whole New World Order, baby. And this guy is the gopher. But anybody knows you're a gopher 20, 30 years, boss dies. I already said this 5 times.
The guy.
This is fucking David Rockefeller, man. This is, so you ask the Clintons, yeah, the Clintons are downstream from this. He was the Clintons' boss.
Right.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Y'all heard that? So at the end of the day, this is what you talking about presidents, man. This man who ain't graduate from college is the boss over presidents. But this is what the Lord been telling us, man. Right? When we always pull them scriptures about what you call it, Isaiah 32, right? About the liberal and all of that. They all filth. It's all filth. Because here it is that you a Democrat, you fighting for this and fighting for that, but then you got this pedophile, you know what I mean? Giving you all the bread to start all of your stuff, and is literally your boss telling you what to do. You can't do nothing outside of the scope of that man. You know? Hey, y'all could drop that.
That lets you know the government is just like something for us to play with and something for us to see. It's something higher going on than what they show us. That's the spiritual wickedness in higher places than what they show you, man.
That's right.
That's why they made, legalize that LBGT LMNOP community, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All of that is all designed, man.
That's right. That's
they
right.
pulled those. Epstein did that.
Right. He said, "Hey, Barack, don't make me have to come over there."
Right.
No, but that's real talk. Hold on, man. Don't get quiet on me, man. Y'all don't like when y'all do that.
Come on now. It's a lot in there, you know.
Yeah.
It's showing you how your everyday life is being puppeteered. Many of y'all might be watching for the first time. You thinking this is just I got to go to work. It's another day. But somebody read for me Sirach 33 and 14. I was thinking about this scripture too. Because y'all might look at them and be like, oh, dang, that's so evil. So watch this, Sirach 33 and verse 14.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
Good is set against evil.
That's what you're seeing, right? The good, the righteous, the Israelites, we got to keep the commandments because there's some evil going on. It ain't just good on the earth. It's a lot of evil going on. Go ahead.
And life against death.
They are death. They killing children. They taking the blood and drink and eating babies and all type of stuff we heard today. Come on.
So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
Come on.
So look upon all the works of the Most High.
Everything that the Most High set up. Go ahead.
And there are 2 and 2, one against another.
That's what the Lord set up. So a lot of time we walking around thinking that America's good. Nah, America's terrible. Right. They're the most evil of all evil things. That's what Officer Shem brought out earlier, the border of wickedness. So we got to understand how evil they are. If they're evil, we got to be the opposite, right? The antithesis is the word I want to use, right? We got to be the epitome of good, and they're going to be the epitome of evil. That's what's going to happen in the last days. Right. You're going to find out who the devil is, and you're going to see who the children of God are. And it's coming out.
Right.
That's right. That's right. Go to Proverbs 29 and verse 16 right quick.
Come on.
I like that point he brought out right there.
Proverbs chapter
It's a precept.
Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 16.
Come on.
When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth.
It said, when the wicked are multiplied in the earth, sin is increased. Go ahead.
But the righteous.
But who?
But the righteous.
But the good that Officer JDL was just talking about.
Shall see their fall.
That's who's going to see them fall. That's who's going to see them wiped out. But you got a part to play in order for that to happen. You can't maintain the state of this world and still hope to see that this wicked man get wiped out. Right. You can't. Because if you maintaining the state of this world, you rocking right with them. Right. You rocking right with them, like Cap say. That don't mean you can't get money. That don't mean you can't go get me that use this word and not abuse it.
Right.
Come on.
Get that. That don't mean you can't have things.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 31.
Go ahead.
And they that use this world as not abusing it.
It say use the world but don't abuse it. Go ahead.
For the fashion of this world passeth away.
The fashion of this world is going to die. The fashion of this world is going to die with Esau. And the beginning of the new one is going to start with Jacob.
Right.
I better get, man.
Hit the bomb.
All right. Hey, pull up number 20 real quick. Pull up number 20 real quick. All right, we got to squeeze this one in there, y'all. We got to squeeze it up in there. Make sure we can hear that, bro. Bring it back. Unmute and start it over. Oh man. What's up? What's good with the audio? It ain't working?
Let me get why they work on. Let me get Revelations 13. Get Revelations 13 and 2.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
Right.
And the dragon gave him his power.
And the dragon, that spiritual dragon, that Satan gave him his power. Read.
And his seat. And great authority.
Right. So we see government, Democrat, Republican. We see a facade of things, but what's really going on, what's really being run is by the same ancient gods or the same ancient idols that they had way back then. They still going on right now under different names. Right. Read on.
Same names, man.
And I saw one of his heads, as it were wounded to death.
Yep.
And his deadly wound was healed.
Right.
And all the world wondered after the beast.
Right. So that go into the Renaissance era. When they went down, they came up. They rebirthed themselves. Now they America, so on and so forth. Read.
And they worship the dragon.
Who they worship?
And they worship the dragon.
They say in God we trust. And all your life you thought this was a Christian society, but the God they talking about is Baal. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
They talking about Asterisk and all that. They still doing sacrifices.
Rem and all that.
Yeah, that's still going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo,
read on.
crazy.
Which gave power unto the beast.
They gave that power to this nation. They gave the power to this nation. Read.
And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him.
Because that's their God. That's their God. So that's who they rolling with.
Here is the AI firm used by Israel and
Oh, there you go. All right.
Palantir is the Palantir is
Put
the
it up on the screen.
Jeffrey Epstein reviewed. Palantir is the AI firm used by Israel and ICE for surveillance. Its founder, Peter Thiel, appears over 2,200 times in the Epstein files. Here's what we found. Through their often cryptic communications, Thiel and Jeffrey Epstein revealed that they viewed crises as opportunities, flippantly referring to wars abroad. In June 2014, Thiel said that creating a mess in the rest of the world could limit U.S. intervention. Epstein also talked to Thiel about foreign currency devaluation with enthusiasm. Thiel was invited to Epstein's island, and they expressed loyalty to one another, like in this 2015 email where Thiel reassured the convicted sex offender that he was not at all intimidated by bad press. Epstein frequently connected people to Thiel, notably Israeli politician Ehud Barak. In recently leaked audio from 2013, Epstein encouraged Barak, at the time Israel's defense minister, to look into Palantir. Today, Israel is one of Palantir's most lucrative clients. Palantir provides predictive policing technology and artificial intelligence for automated decision-making, according to a 2025 UN...
Pause. Now you see what they was working on, right? Calculations, this and that. This is what they was working on. He discussed all of that. He discussed money systems. He discussed computer systems. Y'all just didn't get a chance. We couldn't play all of that. It's a 2-hour interview and all that, but he got into the computer systems as far as AI and how once they get it started, they don't really know what's going on with it. They can program it, but after that, he said it takes on a life. They're trying to find out. This stuff is crazy, but hit play.
Report. When asked in 2024 what he thought of the Israeli army using AI to bomb Gaza, here's what Thiel said.
Broadly, the IDF gets to decide what it wants to do, and that they're broadly in the right.
Palantir's biggest profits are from the U.S. Department of Defense, which has committed to spending $2 billion. The Department of Homeland Security has allocated over $300 million to Palantir. By January 2026, ICE had adopted Palantir's tracking tool called Elite, which extracts addresses from healthcare data to locate immigrants.
See that? Hit pause. So we didn't get a chance to bring this up on the ICE show. But Palantir, that's how because we were wondering, like, how they knowing where exactly, obviously they can see addresses and stuff, but that's what they doing. They look at the health, they pulling names, they getting that information, and then they go on a strike, right? That's AI doing that for them. Go ahead.
Reported by 404 Media, based on internal ICE documents. Despite the evidence, Palantir claims on its website that it is not a surveillance company. We're obliged to point out that being mentioned in the Epstein files is not evidence of wrongdoing, but from what has been made public, it's clear the convicted sex trafficker had a close relationship with Thiel and took an interest in his business. A business that's still thriving with its contracts with the world's richest and most powerful entities, which critics say pose real dangers to vulnerable people.
Right. So remember what he said. They wanted to combine the money systems, the science, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what they did, right? But then he had to get knocked off because he got caught up. They was like, all right, man, you did your job, but goodbye.
Hey, Cap, just one thing on the IT system, right?
Yeah.
The connected healthcare data
Yes,
is one of the anybody that's in that system, it's one of the worst things, right? It's never
Right.
connected. So that's
Right.
super impossible to do. To like, everybody that go to the doctor know you got to take your shot record from one doctor to the other because
Right.
the systems don't talk. So what they doing is putting the AI on top of those different hospitals and
There
they
you
able
go.
to collect everything
Right.
and figure out where you at. So it's real
Right.
evil what they doing. They never connected this for your benefit.
Exactly.
They connected it now to come hunt you down.
Exactly, because you had what's known. I remember the first one they had Epic. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They had right. They had the Epic system. Then you had different systems that came out, and that's the point. So they don't. So you can keep your HIPAA compliancy and all that.
Right,
You're not able to. But now they said, okay, don't worry about it. AI will take care of
Right, it's gonna connect it all. Right.
AI talking to all the machines. Hey, yo, give me that information. You give me your. Hey, don't make me come back over here. And you give me your. Yo, AI going crazy. Yo, AI is RoboCop, bro.
Hey, yo, don't make me.
Yo, you can't make it up. Well, yeah. Yo, hey, listen, y'all. That's our time for tonight. You know what I mean? Listen, y'all. We had so much information. We couldn't even go through all of it. But Lord's will, y'all got something out of that. But this is what we dealing with, family. Them wickedness in high places. That's what you dealing with. Witchcraft. That's what you dealing with. All right. And of course, donate to the Booster Club. All right. The Isaiah 11:11 Project. We out there. We going all over the four corners of the earth and getting and gathering our people back together, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, but we need y'all help. Get us that bread. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to say it. Pass that bread, family. All right, and we're going to go out there and do the work, and you doing the work as well. All right, with us. All right, so all praise to the Lord. All right, and save a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? Donate to the Nehemiah squad. Y'all seen what happened to the guy in D.C., Ted Lieu. The California representative. He had to deal with these guys too. They refused to keep the picture up on the screen. Y'all see what we dealing with. Donate, give us a couple of dollars, man. They go to QR code and hit us, iuic.norcal@israelunite.org.
That's right.
All right. So, hey, tune in Monday, 8:30. All right. We didn't schedule. Listen, y'all, we got about 3-4 guests that's playing musical chairs. They're going to get lined up crazy, right? So next week, we'll come in this weekend, we got the Black Joy Parade, right? And then that Monday, we're going to do a show. But then the following Monday, the founder of the Black Joy Parade is going to be on. She just couldn't be on that following day. We wanted to get her on that next Monday, right after the Black Joy. But she's going to come on the following Monday. And then from there, we're going to have guests back to back to back, right? But so next week, we're not sure what we're going to talk about yet, but we kind of know what we're about to talk about. You know, it's a few things going on. We're going to figure it out. We may have a couple special guests or something like that going on. You know, y'all stay tuned, but it's going to be fire next week. Real talk. All right? Real talk. So make sure y'all tune in 8:30 Pacific time, all right? Hey, Officer Shin, man, take us out, bro.
Judah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, shoot, he passed the baton.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Yo.
Nehemiah chapter 13 and verse 23.
Come on.
In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them.
Yeah, what you reading, bro?
Verse 21.
Hell no.
I asked him earlier.
He about to
Verse
get
21.
fired.
Then I testified against them and said unto them, why lodge ye about the wall? If you do so again, I will lay hands on you.
All right, so if you do this thing again, we got to lay hands on you. If you don't donate to the Booster Club, We gotta lay hands on
Bring
it.
it out.
Sisters, if y'all keep aborting the baby so they can take the stem cells and live for as long as they need to live, we gotta lay hands on it. Hey, look, we the Nehemiah squad.
Yes, sir.
We got Officer Shim over there. We got the mighty Captain Zakai over there. I'm Officer Judah. We got Officer Jadiel.
That's it. All praises. Most High Christ bless y'all. Shalom.
Bless.
Even the I need a break. I don't need a reason. I need a script. I don't need your grievance. Keep it to yourself. It's better for my health. Leave it on the shelf. Ain't hearing nothing else. Tonight ain't the night. Knowing the price. Pay it off with my life. Till it's out.